So this is the piece of Bubinga that I found. I'm going to work with on this GGBO build. And it's 71 inches long. It's about 1.8 meters. It's about 49 millimeters thick and about 19 centimeters wide. And it was big enough and dense enough that I'm old. So at the lumberyard, I went ahead and had them cut it for me. So the two pieces on the right will make up the body. The other piece can make a neck and have some left over either for another neck for something else, or I'm not sure what. Just wanted you to kind of get an idea about the grain all the way through. This thing is almost vertical all the way through. And that should make for a really nice body and a really nice neck, and hopefully it'll all work out. It's been sitting in my shop on my rack over here for about 3 years, so it's as dry as it's going to get around here. Anyway, should work. I think it's going to look beautiful. It's a gorgeous hunk of wood. Okay, so now we've taken that one long stick of Bubinga and cut into two parts for the body. Cut a hunk off of this for the neck. Ran it through the table saw, the planer, and the joiner to get it all squared up, and turn the rough lumber into this. Neck, two pieces of the body. And I've decided I'm going to do a inspired by of the rosewood Telecaster for Harrison and a rosewood Stratocaster for Hendrix that he never got, unfortunately. And I'm going to use my own body shape and so forth, but that's what it's going to be inspired by. So it's going to be a sandwich of those with a strip of maple down the middle so that I can hollow a lot of it out, chamber it so that it won't weigh 5,000 pounds. But now I've got nice, flat, rectangular, squared off stock to work with, and should be on to the next step. So what I've decided to do this year for 2023 is I've already done one inspired by type build that I'm just now finishing up for Guitars for Vets, and it's not a tribute really, because it's not a copy, but it's close. It's a double cutaway Les Paul Jr. type guitar that I'm making for Guitars for Vets. I've been sitting on this Bubinga for quite some time, several years, pre-pandemic anyway, and been thinking about what to do with it. And what I've decided is to do another inspired by. Been doing a lot of reading lately about the George Harrison rosewood Telecaster. I made two of those, I think. One to keep and one to give to Harrison. I think they make replicas of that now, reissues, supposedly. And they made one or two, I guess they made two Strat style all rosewood Strats for Hendrix, but they never got to deliver them to him before he passed away. So I thought I would do kind of an inspired by that. If you're familiar with those, if you're not, you should read about them. They're pretty cool. They were solid rosewood, chambered, needless to say, or they would have weighed a ton. And so they have a thin little sandwich of maple down between in the body. And I'm going to do the same thing. So you got a piece of maple sitting under the Bubinga. I'm using the Bubinga in place of the rosewood for several reasons. One is rosewood is scarce, expensive, and you shouldn't be using it for stuff unless you've already got it cut. So I'm going to go by the CITES. The Bubinga was FSC certified, so it's not on the CITES list. So I'm going to use that instead. I'm going to make the whole thing out of the one stick of Bubinga that I had. Fretboard, body, neck, the whole shooting match. And put that maple layered down in between there, hollow it out. What I decided to do is, well, I've already changed my mind since I started working on this, but you can hopefully kind of see I've got my own designed body for the double offset double cutaway instead of a Strat style body. I'm going to use the 3 single coil pickups, and then you can see my layout here is kind of the traditional pickup and control knob layout, switch layout for Strat. I made one of these last year out of mahogany for Guitars for Vets, and just like when I go to the guitar store and try to play a Strat, this stinking knob is always in my way, the volume knob. So what I'm going to do, I found some wiring diagrams for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two, and I only have 1 volume and 1 tone, not 2 tones. Still have the 5-way switch, probably move it back just a hair back into here. I need to redraw this, but you can see I've got my drawing and it's all laid out, and I've got where my fret lines end up and all that sort of stuff. You should really have a plan before you go. The other thing I'm going to do is it will be 6 on the side headstock, and what I'm going to do is I've got one I made up last year for the one for Guitars for Vets. It's kind of, I call it Voxy. It's a kind of a Vox looking headstock. But if you notice this curve here, I've got, hello. Sorry for the interruption. Had some people doing work here at the house, and I showed up, so a little early, but that's good. Yeah, early, that's unusual for people. Okay, so as I was mentioning, I'm going to lose this, do a single tone, master volume, master tone. Got some wiring for that, move the switch back a little bit, keep this knob out of my way. 3 pickups, the Vox style headstock, and then this piece right here is a matching piece. So if I want to, I can route part of that out, which I'm thinking about doing. I may have some flame maple accents on this one, which again is not like the originals, but I'm not trying to make copies. I'm trying to just do an inspired by. So I'll get my strings and side profile done and everything. So this will have a bevel around here and access through the back, no pick guard. And we'll see how it goes, but hopefully it'll all work out. I think it'll be good. Just need to redraw that and fix that up, and we'll have a good plan and we can get on with it. Here's another look at that plan just so that you can see it. And again, I'm going to take I'm not going to do this. This is going to be volume and master tone here. Switch move back a little bit, and that'll be out of my way for playing purposes. Oh, I don't think I mentioned I'm going to do a hardtail string through bridge, and I think it's going to be cool.